Welcome to Sage-Based Wisdom. I'm Jana Schmieding.
And I'm Brian Bahe.
And we are podcasting to you from the sacred homelands of Hollywood.
Today, we'll be giving you, our listeners, some advice cultivated indigenously from our backgrounds in pilots.
And getting beat out by white people.
We have a special guest. You know them from...
You know them from your own depression.
Please welcome
our rejection.
Jana, we sit here broadcasting live in the wake of the news that the Untitled OKW Pilot did not get picked up by NBC.
That's right. The pilot that we worked on in Portland did not get picked up by NBC. It was what we were sort of hoping for and what we were all banking on. And it's what we do as Native people in Hollywood. This is the whole goal, is to, get a show that we can be in and we can write on. And NBC said, you know what? We pass.
But you know what? Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Cry for me, Argentina. Cry for me, Argentina. How have you been feeling? Okay, we also need to say, we did get the news officially from Sierra right before we shot our episode with Jenny Yang, which is a testament to our acting abilities, that we were able, also testament to Jenny Yang and how cool she is, that we were able to pull ourselves out of the shock and awe of rejection.
That, and if you will remember, that night was full of, dare I say, the vibrations were off.
The vibrations were quite off.
There was a Final Destination Rube Goldberg incident that happened
with
involving the cats, water, wires,
food,
water on chicken.
Yeah, watery chicken.
Spatial awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's because we were really just we were just so pissed.
But it's always darkest before the dawn.
Oh, God, shut the fuck up with those, Brian.
You know what? I will say this.
I'm sorry, Brian. You didn't deserve that. You did,
our
but
dynamic.
I shouldn't have said it.
This is what it was like on set.
Yeah, we decided
we were zazzing each other.
We were zazzing and razzing. We said, today we should, because today is the day that Sierra posted to her Instagram, probably before, I don't know if news is going to break about this, but she wanted to, get ahead of it and really honor the show and honor the pilot and honor the work that we put in and that she and the creators put in for years to make it happen. And Brian, let me ask you this. How have you been feeling since you found out? And then today, the public Band-Aid kind of got ripped off.
I've been feeling... Well, luckily I've been feeling preoccupied because I moved.
Oh, yeah. When did you move? Yesterday?
Yesterday was the big moving day.
Right.
So...
I could have helped. I did
there were
ask
movers.
You. I know, but didn't you need also just some help?
I mean, doesn't everybody need help?
Yeah, but, I wanted you to say, yeah, can you come over and help me?
Oh, okay.
But could you have used an extra car? I'm asking if you genuinely needed help. You didn't.
No.
Because I forget that you had a roommate and sort of you probably had just your room.
It was just my room, but I did have a lot of stuff. What I'm realizing is I thought I didn't have that much stuff, but I kind of was packing everything in pretty tightly.
Yeah.
And now I'm it's I have a lot of stuff that is not practical, I have 10 ironic jerseys and no kitchen table. And it's I'm kind of in that space of maybe it is wise to invest in
you gotta
a rug.
Hit up World Market or
Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace, Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, so luckily I immediately had that task to take up the mental space.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You had to really you would have to sort of put everything aside for a big thing like that.
Yeah, kind of a week of a lot of new information for me.
Yeah.
New stimuli.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Fine, but I'm going through phases of anger and sadness about it. Today, sadness. And I think that's because I'm going to start my period soon. And I also think that the public knowing about it, this fucking fly.
This fly was on my water bottle.
Shazi, come get the fly. My cats they're great fly catchers. But they're not doing a good job tonight. They're traumatized from the Rube Goldberg machine that happened the other night. Yeah, I just feel I don't want to dwell on it too much, but I feel so for those who are not in our industry, this is like the big leagues. You go through this process of getting to a place where networks and studios trust you enough to be able to pitch directly to them and to put a show up. And if they let you pitch, that's like huge. So you get to pitch to your show to networks. If they buy the pilot, that's even huger because then you're getting paid to write an episode of TV, a pilot episode of a show that they want to develop with you, that they're like, okay, we like it. We like the idea. Here you go. We're going to pay you usually 6 digits around there to write a episode of this television show that we're interested in working on with you. And then if they like the script and the entire team is on board, then it's like, let's make the pilot. Let's shoot it. And that's a huge deal. So few pilots that go through this process actually get to shoot it. Especially for Native people. Native people, we have only ever had 2-3 shows now, including Dark Winds. Well, there's been some animated shows too, but that are our own, that are EP'd by Native people, that are produced by Native people and written by Native people and predominantly starred mostly Native people. And that has been Reservation Dogs and Rutherford Falls. Comedies.
Dare I say, for all my sports heads out there, let me break it down for you a little bit. It feels a little bit. I feel like there was this year in the Final Four when Villanova wasn't Villanova that we know it is today. It was just like this tiny ass liberal arts school.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, LOL. They made it to the NBA, 64 teams.
Not
Good
NBA.
luck to them. I mean,
NCAA.
NCAA. Good luck to them. Whatever. Who cares? They're playing. They're winning. They make it past the first round, past the second round. They're in the Sweet 16. It's like, okay, they're playing somebody huge. I'm sure. They win, and
North
suddenly
Carolina.
it's kind of like, wait, who the fuck are these people?
Right.
What's going on?
Sort of Dark Horse vibes.
Dark fucking horse. And then I think they made it to the Final Four or some shit. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. And
I
it's
think
a miracle of skill, talent,
Everything.
timing, having the right team at the right time that matches
Yeah.
up with the other teams at the right time.
And I don't think they made it to the championship game, but it's kind of like they got so close.
Yeah.
And it's like, but ultimately it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But the fact that they got so close is like a victory
100%.
in and of itself. And
100%.
Villanova now is just kind of like, oh, they're always on your radar.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think that we are even a little less like Villanova because of Rutherford Falls, that Sierra has already ran a successful
For sure.
sitcom, and worked with Mike Schur and Ed Helms to do so, 2 huge names. And so, you know, the team has a lot of experience behind their back and has great relationships with the network. So to me, this is the hardest part about it, is sort of trying not to evaluate the decision that network made. and to say, wait a minute, you chose the wrong ones. You chose poorly, as they said in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
What I am interested in, Jana, is what was your favorite part about making the pilot?
Oh my gosh, so many favorite parts. The week was full of highs and lows, and honestly, so there are 2 things that I loved. One was getting to hear you do a Cartman impression all week, because you were really sort of exposing and sort of honing in or like, you know, rehearsing Cartman.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because it was like you had just discovered that you could do a Cartman voice while you were in Portland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So kind of we can dig into this a little bit.
Yeah.
Sink our teeth into this.
Really take a big chunk and bite out of this Cartman impression that Brian was doing.
This meaty piece of beef that is this Cartman impression. So we were there for 2 weeks. I think it was maybe day 10 for me. You know, we're in the same hotel room. There's a lot of time that you're alone, which I love, but like to be alone but not in your home is a little bit weird.
Magical.
Oh. I was a little bit like, I'm alone.
Oh.
And so just like in this, I was just like thinking about like my life and kind of how South Park and Cartman fit into that. And I have this memory of like everybody in high school had a Cartman impression. And
wait, is this because you sort of felt while we were shooting the pilot that you were feeling like it kind of feels like high school?
No, I think I was just I think I was truly just like everybody had a Cartman impression in high school. It was
the way your mind works. It's a beautiful mind. It's a beautiful mind.
That you wanted it to be more meaningful.
I really did. I was looking for a very poetic connection to why you were thinking about the Cartman impression, but no, it's just completely random.
One of these days, I'm gonna get a documentary crew to go back to that hotel room and be like, I'm gonna stand.
You're gonna Nathan Fielder
I'm gonna stand right where I was. I'm like, this is where I discovered that I could do Cartman after all. Because everybody, like my parents wouldn't let me watch South Park because I think it was in the news too much, and they were like, "Oh, you can't watch that."
Yeah, it's like bad. This is a bad show.
Yeah, and so everybody had Cartman. I think I may have been too scared to even attempt it in high school, but because I was alone in this hotel room, I knew that nobody could hear me. So
You believed.
I believed nobody could hear me. The maid, she could.
Yeah. Oh, the housekeeping, they were just like, shut.
Their closet was right next. Their
up.
door with all their supplies was right next to my door, so they were listening in for sure. And then I just kind of was like, respect my authority. And I was like, wait a second.
The reaction we just got from John, a huge South Park fan, was so mid. It was so fucking bad. Brian, this is exactly the response that we were giving Brian in Portland.
And then I was like,
we were like,
I was like,
nodding kindly.
I was like, hold on a second. Did I just fucking nail this Cartman impression? So I was like, respect my authority.
Oh my, you're going so hard on it. It's intense.
The creative liberties you're taking with authority.
Truly, authority is like
I feel like there's this, maybe it's Mandela. Is it authority? Respect my I thought, ha.
And then don't stretch the last
We're
letter.
getting Carmen coaching. We're getting fucking Carmen
I feel like
coaching.
this is a Mandela effect because in my head he was doing I thought hey.
It is not a
and it was a long Y on authority.
Oh my God, he's Googling it. Let's get the research on it.
So then I think it may have been the next day or the day after, like most of the cast is in the van to go to set.
Just riding along. It's an early morning. We're quietly riding to the set.
And I just let loose a little bit, kind
He
of
just
let
said,
it out.
"Hey guys, I think I can do a Cartman impression." Now, mind you, this is in front of Frankie Quinones, one of the funniest people in the world. Rachel Dratch, a SNL alum and one of the most iconic SNL alums. Brian Wes Studi, native legend. Wes Studi. Brian whips out a fucking Cartman impression.
And here's the thing. What I just did right now, I will say something in Portland, the air was magic. And I had it there. I will admit what I'm giving you now is not what I was giving in Portland.
No, it was.
Portland,
it was full on.
In Portland, I had it. It may have been like the air humidity, all the oxygen from all the trees.
Yeah. I loved it, and I kept making him do it over and over.
But what I also learned was everybody basically had a Cartman on cast. Most people could do Cartman.
Yes. Well, Frankie immediately was like, no, bro. Here's what it is. And immediately went in.
Bobby had
one. I think Jackie had one. Everybody kind of knew what he was doing, except for Wes Studi. Wes Studi had absolutely no idea.
After I took a bit of questioning, but Wes eventually did know who Cartman was.
Yes, Wes did have some questions.
He's like, oh wait, so it's an animated show. And I'm like,
Jesus Christ. I was dying in the front seat when we were talking about it because I was like, I can't believe this fucking conversation is happening right now in the back between Wes Studi and Brian Bahe about Cartman.
He was on board too.
Yeah, he was down. Wes is down for jokes and clowning.
There is a world we're all doing Cartman.
A show called Cartman, but it's all native people.
Yeah. Oh, wait, cut that. We need to save that for our pitch. For our IP.
Patent pending. No one's take that. Yeah, that was so funny. The other thing that kept happening was Bobby Wilson. And Frankie Quinones, they're really good at beatboxing and rapping. And something that I am not good at is rapping. And I just love when
But you can beatbox.
No, I can't beatbox, but nor can I rap, but I can rhyme. And I can improvise. And so whenever they would like kind of get into a little beatbox rhythm, they would get it going. I would hop in with a really bad rap.
Did you ever do that improv warm-up Beastie Boys?
Oh, yeah.
Went to the store and I bought bread.
Bread? That's what you bought? Brian!
But you're supposed to hop in too.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Let me do it again.
At least use the correct grammar.
You established the first one, and then on the second rhyme, that's when...
Okay.
Yeah.
Went to the store and I bought some ham.
Wait. No. That's not how you play. What happens is you say, went to the store and bought some ham, and then we all go, da 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 da. Then the next person rhymes with ham.
Oh, we did it different.
I feel like
I'm on the last word like the Beastie Boys.
I'm familiar with this one.
Bad rap, maybe.
Oh yeah, I am doing bad rap. Bad rap. No, wait. Beastie Boys.
So let's try it. Went to the store and I bought some ham. It's not beef. It's not chicken. It's definitely lamb.
I I was going spam.
Whoa.
Oh, most native person in the room, right there. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then I go. I don't do 2 though.
Yeah, so I believe you
I do
2.
Why am I asking John? I did improv for 20 years. Okay, you can do 2 different versions of beastie rap. Okay, we're not gonna play beastie rap right now.
Okay,
but we get it. What were some of your favorite moments from shooting the pilot, Bri?
I feel like Cartman was huge for me, and then I did spend a lot of time. I actually do feel really, really bad though, because the hotel that we stayed at was, there was no parking. It was only valet.
Yes.
I wore those valet people out.
Oh God.
We
all did.
I was like, I'm like, don't move it. I'll be back in 15. I would show up 2 hours later.
Oh God.
They loved me though, I feel like.
Yeah, you have a good attitude and a fun face, and so why wouldn't people love you?
They're like, he's like us.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we love him.
I spent so much time at this at the pool. I was at this Lifetime Fitness that was like in the downtown area.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, I learned that you like to do this thing where you sort of go, when you go to a different city, you get a guest pass.
It's
you're trying out gym.
It's my only travel hack. Sometimes you do run into some issues, but basically every gym in America, they do have, if it's your first time there, they give you a free guest pass. And most of the times, not most of the times, but a lot of the times, if it's like a big chain, it's like a 3-day free guest pass. Because they're like, we want you to join our gym. Come, just give us your info and, come and go. And so there was like enough gyms around us that I could like join, free guest pass, free guest pass, free guest pass.
Such a cool hack.
And then one night I was like,
I would never, because I don't go to a gym.
One night I went and there was like an Irish man working behind the counter.
An Irish man. Not an Irishman.
An Irish man.
Uh-huh.
And
was he the man of your dreams?
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
But then he wasn't ultimately, because he's like, well, you don't have the right, do you have the email for your guest pass? And I was like, oh, they said they would send it, but they never sent it, which is actually true.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, well, I can't let you in. And I'm like, but I'm already here. Like, I was like looking forward to.
Uh-huh. So you're trying
and
to.
I think I was like pouting a little bit, and then he was just kind of like, all right, go.
Oh. You were pouting, and then it worked. I like it.
So that was my highlight.
Had nothing to do with the pilot. How did it feel being, this is your first real big acting gig?
It felt, at first, scary.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then it felt great.
Do you feel confident moving from this experience into other acting endeavors? Do you feel like I know what sort of to do?
I do feel like I conquered comedy and I'm ready for drama. I'm ready to be
our next like Sherlock, maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sherlock, me, and Benedict Cumberbatch. Kind of.
You and the batch.
I think we're ready to be co-stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Me and who's that British dude? No, the Irish from
Colin Farrell.
The other one.
Barry Keoghan.
The other one from the Build a Bomb movie. Christopher Nolan.
Build a Bomb?
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
Me and Cillian Murphy.
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
I love Peaky Blinders.
I don't like that name.
I don't either. It's a weird name for a gang.
It's just like, I feel like it's somebody peeking through blinds.
The Peaky Blinders. I'm letting myself smoke a lot of weed this week and just really let go.
Yeah.
And not give a shit about anything.
Mm-hmm.
I've been falling into a deep sort of a lot of this conspiracy stuff about Epstein and Trump and being in the Epstein files. I'm really I know. It's been getting dark, but I'm letting it be that way because on Monday, I'm pulling myself out.
You gotta.
I'm not gonna stay here for long. I get bored when I'm depressed.
Yeah, I think it's.
I don't think I'm not struggling with chronic depression. I'm struggling with a circumstantial depression that will inevitably end.
For sure.
Because I think I've had enough rejection at this point from this industry, enough disappointments to feel like more will come.
Every no is a yes.
In disguise.
Oh.
What were you going to say?
I wasn't sure. Everybody's going to try to find it. Every no is a yes knocking on your back door. Every no is a yes knocking at your back door. Every no is a yes knocking at your back door.
That's a great one, Bri. That actually is, put it in this, that's the sagest of them all. You are a fucking wise man. You're a wise man trapped in the body of a Hopi fuckboy.
I will say the kind of hookup situation in Portland was...
Now this is where I want to go.
I feel like I tried not to.
Yeah,
until
I don't
the
like
weekend.
that about you.
Until the weekend. Until we wrapped. And then once we wrapped, I was like, this is great.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of sex? Or some
In
sex?
2 days, yeah.
Did you have sort of your sex addict vibes going on in Portland?
Yeah, kind of.
Brian! You need to go into recovery.
There was what?
Go ahead. Yes.
I did go walk from 1 to 1 on the way home.
1 to 1?
1 to 1.
Damn.
To
1?
No, I'm just kidding.
Just 1 to 1. On your way home, you went to 1.
No, I went to get coffee.
Okay.
Stopped at 1.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of far away.
Okay.
On the way back, stopped.
From that one.
Yeah.
To the hotel.
To the
Stopped
hotel, yeah.
at a second one. Wow. How do you even have enough energy or...
It was morning.
Sex drive. Oh. That just seems like so much meeting of strangers. That would take it out of me in a way that an extrovert like goes to a party and is like, hey, how's it going? And has small talk with like that. To me, going to a party takes up less of my emotional energy than meeting a stranger, and especially for a sexual situation. That would take so much out of me energetically.
I think it does.
Yeah.
For me too.
Did you get back and take a very long nap?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. And that's probably why you needed coffee too before, because you were like, listen, I'm doing a double header. I got to get a triple Americano in me.
Coffee in Portland?
Oh,
so good.
Notch.
Do you feel like you're going to come away? What's like if you had one piece of advice to give yourself, to give young Jana? Do you think
young Jana doesn't even need this kind of advice?
Informed
as much
anything?
As now Jana does.
Okay.
Informing me, if I were to advise myself in this time, well, I guess I can sort of... The advice that I walk away with is... From this is... And I talked with Tazba about this, who is our friend, and also she directed the pilot when she had found out that we didn't get it. We bitched about it, we complained. And then we talked again, like an hour later. And we were saying, you know what? This fucking sucks. And it was really interesting, actually, how we sort of talked ourselves into remembering what the mission is, which is we are encountering some of the hardest conditions as a sort of a generation, a cohort, if you will, of people, of Native people in this industry right now, in the TV industry. Not even in film, just TV. And we're breaking a lot of barriers. and we're also understanding where the barriers are. And that is part of the mission, is to actually get this stuff done so that the next cohort, the younger people who are going to come through this industry, don't have as much of a hard time. And that helps me realize the bigger picture of it all. I feel like as a Native person, it's so much less of, we live so much less of an individual life. The American experience is one of extreme individualism. Taking care of yourself. Put your own mask on before you put the mask on somebody else, you know. Save yourself, heal, be healed before you can heal somebody else, you know. But I don't think Native people function like that. I don't think that is our philosophical approach to the world. And it's certainly not the philosophical approach to creativity from what I have experienced in Hollywood so far. And I think that it's good to remember that, yes, a lot of this stuff is like really fun for us individually. And it's like, it is a personal endeavor to like have a successful career and to want to be able to get paid to do the things that we want to do. What a fortunate and privileged and lucky opportunity we have to be able to do it or even try. And to zoom out and give it bigger purpose, I think is really important. Contextualize that we are in a moment where we are really like arm in arm, plowing through an industry that hasn't before 2000 let us in at all. Yeah. We didn't have this opportunity 5 years ago.
Yeah.
This is a new landscape for us. And so we have a big responsibility to like continue to collaborate with each other and to try again and to try again and to try again. And really it is kind of just a numbers game. And another thing that I try to remember that helps keep me in a bubbly mood is how fun it was to work with Rachel Dratch and Frankie Quinones, who are two people who are not necessarily in our Native community, and Rachel, who knew nothing about us and didn't know who we were as people or performers.
And now she started her own line of beading called Beads by Dratch.
Beads by Dratch. I did give Rachel Dratch a pair of beaded earrings.
Aw.
Yeah. What did I give her? Peaches? Little peaches, I think. But yeah, I think, you know, to bring people into our community in that way, like I remember the feeling of bringing Ed Helms into our community, and now he's like a friend of mine, you know, and he felt so honored to work with us because we're so good at this.
Yeah.
And we create such a fucking good vibe on set. People are so delighted to work with Native people. We're fun. We're funny. We're a good time. And that was really cool to like be able to sort of, that was just fucking awesome. Like what a cool thing to be able to do a pilot with Rachel fucking Dratch. Like, iconic.
I think my takeaway is informed by my tantric massage retreat.
What isn't informed by your tantric massage? Even my life is informed by your tantric massage retreat.
Which is giving yourself over to the experience fully. And I feel like for tantric massage, I was afraid to give myself over fully because I was like, it's so woo-woo, it's so a little bit stupid.
Yeah, it's so
like,
stupid. I can't possibly bust in this
like
environment. So this cringy environment.
It's like, people are busting. And for this one, it was like my kind of hesitancy to give myself over to it fully was more like I don't want to fuck it up.
Right.
And it's like in not fully committing, you are kind of fucking it up. And so you kind of just got to go give full
100%.
Hearts, full minds.
Yes, you have to, as cheerleaders say, full on.
Full on.
You got to go full on.
And we love cheerleaders. They got the show. Yeah, it is. That's like, to me, the funnest part of acting is that like once the camera's rolling, you get to just be like, let the freak come out. They want you to be bigger. But even like even off camera too, just kind of like being full on in
Yes.
terms of like being a person with everybody that you're working with, being in a city, being like fucking give yourself over to it.
Yeah.
Get a massage.
Get a tantric massage. I think something that I learned during Rutherford and especially during like the press of it all and, you know, going through like having to publicize our show after we shot it all was I didn't really realize about the world. I really found my before Rutherford I was like, how can I still be an artist and also just be as small as I possibly can? Like, why am I struggling with like how small I feel in this world and just like I feel like I'm in the way when I'm being my full self, you know, like I feel like I'm inconveniencing people and I'm taking up too much space. But something about this experience is they want you to be big. Like the ask is to be a big personality and to be big and to take up space and to like be the version of you that they hired you for and that and to be as big as you possibly can. You can always pull back.
Yeah.
But with a lot of people, when you ask them for a lot, they can't really deliver. And that's what makes an actor so fun is that you get to be like the biggest version of yourself.
Also, here's something I think is interesting. So like this was my first acting thing. I've taken like acting classes before, you know, improv, whatever. This almost in a way felt like a very cool acting thing only because I was like looking at like Wes and it was almost like watching a native acting teacher. You know, it was kind of like watching him in scenes and like rehearsing and like during rehearsal and stuff. I was just like, oh, this is what it looks like when you're like a native actor who has like credits up the ass.
Right.
And you're kind of like, oh, this is what that looks like. Because I had never seen that before. And to see it like in the flesh was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it makes it real, even though it already was real.
Yeah.
That it makes it like even more real.
Yeah, totally. Oh, man. Also, really bummed out that people do not get to enjoy the splendor that is Eddie Spears on this show.
Eddie's so fucking funny.
For
it's really crazy.
Who want to see some of the most recent Eddie Spears content, you want to go to Rutherford Falls season 2 and see the character who plays my brother. That is Eddie Spears. And he was in this pilot and he was so motherfucking funny. Oh God, he was so funny. And he was so funny off screen too. Just like joking around with that guy. Like he gives younger brother vibes to me or like brother vibes so strongly. He is a fucking star. And he is a great example. I just want to mill about on Eddie for a minute. Eddie Spears is a perfect example of someone who this industry wants so badly to put in Yellowstone. They want to take Eddie Spears and put him on top of a horse and say, ride through the prairie. Grow your hair out nice and long and ride through the prairie and wear buckskin and feathers and learn to speak like
be one-dimensional.
Be one-dimensional.
Don't have any fucking
be a
kind of
fierce
nuance.
Indian from the past.
Yeah.
That is...
You've never laughed a day in your life.
Yes. You live in a place of sorrow and pain and trauma. That is what our industry, when they see a person that looks like Eddie Spears, that's what they want to cast him as. But Eddie Spears is sitcom quality comedy, fucking top shelf.
I will say
comedic actor.
Something that kind of crushed me was like when I was talking to Eddie and I was like, you're so funny. Why aren't you in more comedies? And he was like, well, there aren't any comedies with native people in them. And I was like, holy shit. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
But I like to hear it from somebody who's like so talented. I'm like,
and
oh,
looks
shit.
so native.
Yeah.
that the industry looks at somebody like Eddie Spears and cannot possibly imagine him in a comedy is fucking, baby, it's fucking white supremacy. It is the saddest shit. It is the saddest shit because he would kill in any show.
Yes.
Any show.
Agree.
But he kills especially in this pilot because we know him and we play to his strengths, and you can write for somebody like Eddie. Like, you can really write around an Eddie Spears. So much love for Eddie Spears. God, we gotta fucking work with Eddie again. He's truly not only is he witty and really good at improv and just will do anything, he also is dynamic. He could play a lot of different types of comedic characters. Like,
totally.
Oh God, he's the best.
So tall.
I mean, such a babe. Such a babe.
Such a babe. Do we have any advice? Are we doing a call today?
We can. What's our time? 5?
We're at 42 right now.
Let's just keep this sans advice.
Okay.
Let's give each other some advice.
Okay.
Here's what I need your advice about.
Okay.
I have to pick myself up out of this depression on Monday.
Wait, not to bring it back.
Uh-huh.
Never mind.
No, do it.
Do you remember, this was also hanging over our heads
Okay.
the whole time we were shooting. You thought you were pregnant. You were like, I haven't had my period in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, bro.
And I was like, every
up
once in a while, I would just like look at you and be like, she's pregnant.
I didn't start. I was 16 days late that fucking time.
That's so crazy.
I've never been that late. Oh my God, you're totally right. The entire time, even on day one, I think I went up to Brian and I was like, low key, I might be pregnant. And then the whole week went by, and I would tell people, and they'd be like, get a fucking pregnancy test. And I'd be like, nah, I don't really know. I don't want to know. You know why? It's going either way. It's a wrap. It's not, I'm not going to get pregnant. I'm not going to be pregnant.
Right.
I'm not going to continue to be pregnant if I got pregnant.
For sure.
Also, there's pretty much but
then I was like, I'll raise it. Give the baby to me.
You wanted me to sort of bring this baby full term.
I was like, if you find out you're pregnant, you're going to want to raise that baby.
And I said, no, I'm not, Bri.
This is how you know I was raised Catholic.
Because Brian was like, don't do it. Don't take that life. That's a real life. No, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought I was pregnant the entire shoot.
Yeah.
And I kind of didn't care.
That's crazy.
Because I was like, either way,
it's wild.
it gets the hanger.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to bring that up.
That
it
is
just
such
popped
a
into my
funny
head.
thing. Yeah, totally. I wouldn't have remembered if you hadn't brought it up. And now to our advice that we're going to give each other. I need advice about, do you think, here's my real advice that I need. I haven't been going to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I have not been, I sort of have been slacking on all of my accountability, my personal accountability things, like my financial counselor, my therapist. I've been taking my meds, but I've been smoking a lot of pot. I've been letting myself eat shitty food. I haven't been exercising as consistently. I'm just kind of letting my mental health go in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
To do that?
I think no. I think no.
Yeah, I agree.
I think no, but I think it's because there's more to that though. I think no because those are the things that I feel like you've put in the work to establish that they help make you feel secure and in control perhaps.
Yeah.
and they were there for a reason.
Yeah.
And are there for a reason. And you need to go back to them at some point.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's an immediate go back. I think having not holding yourself accountable is important. I love that. But I do think it needs an end date.
Yeah, because it's going to eventually bite me in the ass.
I think sometimes what's helpful about the weekend sometimes is when that's like loosely is like when you are able to have no accountability, but you're like, well, I got to get my shit together by Monday morning.
Yeah.
And I know as creative people, we kind of don't have that Monday through Friday work schedule. So we are able to be a little bit looser with our
I've been really
no
loosey-goosey
accountability.
this week.
So what sucks about that is you're going to have to do a self-imposed end date.
Yeah.
And
that is really Sunday. I am,
it's Sunday. Okay. Well, at least you have it in mind.
Monday.
And also it's like, I think, but like let yourself have some time with no accountability for a little bit.
And I have.
Okay.
I've had a couple months now.
Oh yeah.
And because the pilot was right back to back with my shoot in Canada. So like I went from like there all the way to now, like not really keeping up with shit.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like I did call my therapist and I got a schedule. I got on her book. So I'm going to I got to do that.
That's great.
But yeah. I think I'm going to slow down smoking weed because I don't know why, but it just seems like something I maybe should do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't care about weed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. I feel like people who smoke weed a lot, they like know how to do stuff while smoking weed. So for me, it's always like, for people like me, it's like we smoke weed, we're not doing anything.
Yeah. I'm a pretty high functioning pothead.
Yeah.
At this point, I wouldn't even call myself a pothead yet, but I'm getting close, maybe. I'm calling myself a pot arm.
Bong Jana.
Bong Jana.
Bong Jana.
Is that like Bong Joon-ho? Bong Jana.
from the people that brought you Bong Joon-ho.
from the director from the director who brought you what is the train? Parasite. Bong
brings
Jana.
you Bong Jana. It's
Oh my god. Oh, are we on? Okay. Okay, wait. Now, advice for you.
For me, okay. So
It doesn't have to be relative to the pilot.
I recently moved into a new apartment.
Ugh, love.
I have a lot of unpacking to do.
Mm-hmm.
I have no furniture really.
But
I
you're
have a
leaving
couch.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couch
If you have a couch
and a bed.
and a bed,
No bed frame
yet.
do
you have a chair?
Yes. I have a desk
A desk, a chair, a bed, a couch. Okay.
and like a TV stand.
Mm-hmm.
No TV.
No TV for the time.
How quickly should I kind of like have my shit in like a somewhat livable environment?
I think you're going to be out of town for a month. I think you kind of unpack so that you don't have to do any of that. You don't organize your shit, but you get it out of boxes
Okay.
before you leave so that the boxes can be out of the house. Get the boxes, take them down to the dump or recycle them or whatever you want to do with the boxes. Put them on Facebook Marketplace. People need boxes.
Ooh.
Really, reusables are what's up. And then you have your bed, you have your couch if you need, but then you go on your trip, you come back, and you give yourself like a month to be sort of in your space, unpacking, decorating, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to do it little by little every day after work.
A month sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds manageable.
What you need is like a functioning kitchen
Yeah.
and somewhere to sit and somewhere to sleep. That's it. After a month, if you're still in boxes, I'm gonna come over and slap you, and then I'm gonna help you pull stuff out of boxes and decorate.
I like that.
All right. That is all the time we have. I hope our wisdom has made your life better, and we will not be issuing refunds if it didn't.
If you or anyone you know needs advice, has a question for us, and just wants to chat about something, leave us a message. There's 3 ways to do that. You can find them in the show notes. We'll give you our sagest, smudgiest, solicited adviciest.
As always, we'd love you to rate and review us on iTunes and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Thank you for tuning in. Hakone.
Doksha!